Hi everyone and welcome to this class. So today's class is going to be primarily on how to get a good Urdhva Dhanurasana, also known as a wheel. So it's the one that you can see in the thumbnail of this video. And I struggled with a wheel for quite a while, and then I finally found some poses that could help with my warm-up, and then that just made my wheel so much better. And I want to share with you guys what those warm-up poses were, and hopefully they'll be able to help you. So I have my piece of paper here. I'm not going to pretend I'm more professional than I am for having a look, if you do wonder what I'm looking at down there. So I think we're going to get straight into it now. What I would recommend is doing a couple of sun salutations before this class, just to get the body warmed up and limber, especially if it's first thing in the morning too, like it's 2:15 in the afternoon, so I've had time to limber up a little bit. But I would recommend going through a couple of sun salutations for sure. I'll take us through one now, just so you know what one looks like. I'm not the most flexible right now, but that's quite alright. It's all about the back anyway, today's video. So for a sun salutation, what you do is you stand up, put the feet together, make sure that your tailbone is sort of tucked in, you're not sticking your bum out a little bit. Tuck the tailbone under, roll back the shoulders, have the hands facing forward, and on your next inhale, sweep the arms upwards, look up, and exhale, look down, forward fold, inhale, look up, exhale, place the hands either side of the feet and either jump or step backwards. I'm just going to step because that's just who I am as a person today, so let's step back. Now here is where we're actually going to start our backbend class. So I want you to either come down into a full chaturanga like this and then upwards, or if we were just here, just pop the knees down, come as close to the mat as you can go with your chin, and then sort of cobra up into cobra. So you'll either be here or you might be here, wherever really. It's just the back bend that we're trying to focus on today. So let me just adjust a bit. Okay, so let's start off in a cobra pose, and we're just going to spend a few seconds here, not long. Sorry, my foot's got cramp if I'm honest, so I think I'll include it though. So start off in your cobra, and then we've already spent quite a few seconds here, so you're going to bend the elbows, come down onto the chest again, and then you're actually going to bring the hands a little bit further backwards. So this will be our second cobra, and we're going to do 3 of them all together. So don't bring the hands too far back, otherwise you'll find it difficult on the next one. So hands a few inches backwards, push with your back muscles and your hands to come upwards into the next cobra. Okay. Alright, some nice deep breaths here, and then peel the body back onto the mat. The very last one, slide the hands a little bit further back, and I'm going to struggle with this one, I'm going to tell you. So I can't even get like the palms of my hands on the mat quite, but I want you to see this in all its glory. So, and then get it up again. Make sure you. I really want to move the feet back, but that would defeat the purpose. So hang on, I'll do it. All right. So as you can see, my spine is fairly vertical at the moment. Yours might not be. Spend a few breaths here. Still got cramp in my foot, by the way, if anyone cares. All right, I think we're done. Peel back onto the mat. And then we're going to come up into puppy pose. So just stay as you are, and then bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Push your way back up into like hands and knees, but then at the same time keep going and come like into puppy pose. So your chin should be on the mat, your bum should be essentially in the air, your feet are tops of your feet firm on the mat, what you can do is you can then kind of walk your hands forward, maybe walk your knees forward, just make some adjustments to where you feel comfortable in puppy pose. Maybe place the forehead on the mat if that's a bit comfier. I feel like I'm making a lot of noises in today's class, sorry. Okay, so as you can see, it's giving it a nice arch of the back and we're just giving it a nice warm up. Okay. So this next one's a little bit trickier. The next one's going to be camel pose. So if we come up back onto our hands and knees, and if you just come on, just on your knees for me. I'm going to remain facing the side, but I might do two, and I'll face the front too. So what we're essentially going to do, and I'm going to run through it first because I won't be able to speak with my head tipped back as far as I need to. We're basically going to be placing both the palms of both our hands on our feet. So like on that side, it's going to be the same on the other side. But we need to come into it quite carefully. So what I don't want you to do is what I see so many people do and lean back and then they're like, and then they get the other side and then they adjust once they're in the pose. Probably wasn't very flattering, but that's quite all right. I want you to do it nice and slowly and consciously. So first take note of where the spine is and what we're doing here. Just elongate the spine a little bit, roll the shoulders back. When you feel you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, just one part of the spine at a time first, and then lean back. Okay, so just pop down on your knees again. So that is quite an intense pose, so spend as long as you need to there, but we're now going to be coming into our basically our like proper wheel poses now. So that was the last one that's going to be super intense. So once you've done, I'd say at least 5 to 10 breaths of that one, of camel, now we're going to be coming into bridge pose. So this is like the prerequisite for wheel, and if you ever do wheel in an Ashtanga class, you will do bridge pose first, no matter what. I'm going to say I'd say it was certainly recommended. Some people can just fall into wheel and they're great at it, but I would recommend doing bridge first. So on your back, and just take a second to just sort of adjust your spine onto the mat. Okay, so I want you to have your heels not necessarily like touching your bum, but maybe like half a hand width in front of your buttocks. That'll do. Everyone's a little bit different, so a lot of this you'll be able to tell with experience and time what works for you, but for now just have a go however feels comfortable for you. Okay, and then we're going to start at the basically the coccyx, so the sitting bone, and I also want you to think about the pelvis whilst you're doing this. So essentially you're going to be actually start by tilting the pelvis towards you and at the same time peeling the spine off the mat one vertebrae at a time. Something else as well I want to say, do not look left or right when you do this. I want you to aim your gaze straight to the ceiling, which is why I suggested watching the video a couple of times before watching it, because some of these postures are a little bit trickier to watch and listen. So this is just the first stage of bridge. If this is as far as you get to, that's absolutely fine. You can have your hands to the side of you, and it's just kind of staying here for a few rounds of breaths. 1 moment. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, and then when we're ready, again, the same way you came up, I want you to peel the spine back on the mats. Okay, good. And then just readjust those shoulders a little bit And we're going to go again. This time, just bring your knees a tiny bit further to your bum this time. This might make a little bit of a difference there. And then, again, tilt the pelvis towards you and peel the coccyx off the mat at the same time. These things happen naturally anyway at the same time, but I just want you to be aware of what's happening in your body. So one vertebrae at a time, peel it off. Now, last time I'd say we got around here. This time what I want you to do is kind of lean to one side, and as you do, tuck the shoulder blades under and the other side, and if you can, grasp the hands underneath and come a bit further up. Not too far, just as far as your body will comfortably allow in this moment, and take some deep breaths. I also want you to make sure that your knees are not splaying out too much. Keeping them in, keeping your feet firmly in the ground. When you're ready, come back down again. Good, really good. Okay, and then pop the shoulders out, and we're going to do one more of those, and this time we're actually going to be grabbing the ankles. And I know it sounds a bit scary, but just watch me first and have a go and see where you get. Take a nice deep breath, and then on the next inhale, just do what we did before. Tilt the pelvis towards you. This should all be the same. Slowly, one by one, don't get lazy, peel the vertebrae off. And then just as you're coming up to the point of tucking the shoulders under, still do that, but use your hands, press down on the mat, and if you can, walk the feet towards you. And you should be almost touching it. And then go grab one, grab the other, and then voila. This is quite an intense asana, I will not lie. Asana, Manasana. Alright, and down again. Okay, so we're ready for Urdhva Dhanurasana, I think. So put your feet kind of just honestly wherever they intuitively feel they need to go. You will probably adjust your hands and feet anyway when you're up there, but I'd say at least foot in front of your bum, and then your hands want to be behind you just for a second, and then when you're ready you're going to put your, like as you can see me doing here, put the tips of your fingers facing the other way in front of your, like, or behind your shoulders even. It's probably best to watch me than to listen in this case. So once you're comfortably in this position, you can then start to have a think about where you're going to be lifting up first. So I won't be able to talk particularly well when I'm in this pose, so I'm going to be using the force of my feet and my hands to push me up, as well as doing what we did before, which was that tilt and then up again, and kind of integrating everything that we've learned so far. Now make sure that, like, if you come up and you instantly feel very like uncomfortable or any pressure or anything like that, just slowly and mindfully come back down again. It might not be the right day today to do it, that's absolutely fine. Just listen to your body. So I'll see how much I can talk during it. Because my wheels are fairly deep, I'm actually going to bring my feet quite close to my bum. If you know that your wheels again are quite deep, you can do that, as well as my hands are going quite, to be honest, actually underneath my shoulders now, but just adjust how you like. So my arms get tired already and I've not even done anything. So okay, so lift up and then push, and you could come on your head and then come up and then walk forward if you need to. And then come back down safely when you're ready. And then there we go. So take a second there. I think my headphone's fallen out, that's quite alright. And then grab the knees to the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Really, I don't know whether you heard that or not, but that was my hip clicking. Release the lower spine, just relax. And then what I want you to do is very carefully kind of come up into a forward fold. Well, we're going to come up into seated and then go into a forward fold. So let's roll up carefully. And then keep the legs bent, wrap the arms around the bed, around your legs, and just hug your body. You might even say, thank you body for doing that. Thank you body. Thank you back. Thank you spine. Thank you Haley, that's my name. Alright, fab. And yeah, just feel that decompression in the spine. Stay a bit longer if you need to, or if you're good, then you're good. Alrighty, so thank you so much for coming to that backbend video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. That was really fun for me actually, because it's not often I get to do just backbends in a video. Okie doke. And it's been a bit more casual than my other videos actually as well. It was a bit unplanned, so I've just tried to scribble some stuff down, come up and teach you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe and like the video. It really helps, by the way, and comments as well, like if you just want to say hi. Like, I just think it's great. I'm talking to a complete stranger who is no longer a stranger and enjoys my content. So yeah, take care and I love you all. Bye bye.